guys, my name is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we have my 2021 reading journal. Now, I do realize that this video is a little bit late, and that's because I originally was going to just continue 2021 at the end of my 2020 reading journal because I only started that journal in July. But my type A personality came out and I had to order a new journal so I could start over. But because it took me so long to figure that out for myself, I didn't actually order this until like December 30th, and then it takes me a few days to actually get everything together. So we're actually filming this on January 8th. I have just finished. This is an Archer and Olive journal. This is what I used last time. It's a size B5. I like how big it is, and I like the paper. I like everything about this journal. The one I had last year was a plain navy blue one. This one actually has a little constellation on it, so I'm very excited. I know I also said last month that I was going to do a flip through of my 2020 December stuff and all my stats. I got way too busy in December and I did not actually finish all of my December reading journal stuff. I do have all my stats up in a separate stats video that I will leave linked in the cards, but also down below in case you guys want to check that out, because I did go through a lot of my reading stats. But otherwise, we do have my 2021 like setup stuff and January. We are not setting that up together. We have never set these things up together on my channel, only because I literally have to do it with my son like right next to me. It is so hard to do any sort of like setting up the camera and drawing, especially since it takes me multiple days. I think this took me like 3 days to do. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling and we're gonna get into this. So obviously we will start with like the overall 2021 stuff, and then we will move into January. So this is the first page here. It just says, "This book belongs to Chelsea Zhao," obviously. I did actually glue the next 2 pages together because I didn't like how it didn't open up enough on that other page. So now we have my 2021 year at a glance. I actually decided to have my year at a glance as 2 pages this year. Last year I did 1 page and it was literally just the month. This way though, I feel like I can write in things if needed. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to need that or not, but we will see. And you will also be able to tell that this is the color scheme that I used for all of the beginning of the year stuff. These are mild liner pens that I got from like the Kawaii pen shop. I absolutely love the colors. These are 3 out of the 5. I will leave all of my supplies linked down below as well because I just absolutely love how this turned out. So next we have my 21 in 2021. I have a video for this as well that I will leave linked down below. But this is basically 21 backlist titles that I did not get to recently, or just ones that I really do want to get to that I'm planning on reading in 2021. So I decided just to do sort of boxes here. They're not necessarily supposed to be Post-its. I don't know exactly what I was thinking for it, but I thought it looked cool. I also do drop shadows a lot. And what I did do is in every single one there is a box somewhere, anywhere, and that I will check off once I have finished reading that book. Then we have the 12 books, 12 friends, 12 months. And again, same colors. Basically, I went through purple, teal, pink in that order. So that's how it's going to stay through all of the whole year stuff. And I actually have, I think, 10 recommendations from friends so far. So not enough to fill this all out. And I really don't know where I want them to go. I actually have 2 of those recommendations that I already own, and then the other 8 are ones that I do not own. I'm trying to not buy as many books this year, so we'll see how that happens because I'm not too sure if I want to spend my money. No, it's not necessarily my money. I don't know if I want to spend a book spot, because I'm only allowed to like buy 3 books a month, a book spot to buy a book that somebody else is recommending me that I wasn't already interested in the first place. Some of the ones that people have recommended I am interested in. Other ones I'm not. So we'll see how this goes as we go through the year. And I did want to specify that I actually sort of copied the style of this one, as in the whole month and then recommended by a person, from Bookworm Graham. I will leave their Instagram down below. They did a cattail in the way. They did an Instagram story, and I sort of took the layout from that to put in the bullet journal. Then over here we have the 2021 shelf reduction. This is another one that I basically stole the way it's done from the person who did an Instagram story template. This one was done by Laura's Loaning Library. Again, I will leave her link down below, and I just really loved how this was set up. I already used the first one for my Instagram stories and everything like that, but one of my major goals for 2021 is to reduce the number of books on my physical TBR. As you can see here, I currently have a total of 517 physical books. This is not counting any of my ebooks either, because that's not my goal specifically for this year. It's the physical books. So, like I mentioned earlier, I'm only really allowed to buy myself 3 books a month. Book boxes are a little bit different. Books that people send me are a little bit different. Pre-orders of things that I have already purchased are a little bit different, but I'm really hoping that my read number is lower than my added number, so that this number keeps going down, and by the end of the year, I don't know, should I make a goal? Do I want it to be 400 or less? I feel like that's a lot, but who knows? Maybe we should try that. Then I have a couple different challenges that I want to do in the year of 2021. The first one is the Buzzwordathon, or I guess the Buzzword Reading Challenges. It used to be a readathon that was hosted by Kayla from Books and Lala. I will leave her link down below, and I really loved participating in those. However, I actually really like the idea of a yearly challenge even better, because I don't have to pick a whole bunch of books that fit the Buzzwordathon for the readathon, even though it was a readathon that was a week long every so often, and those are my favorite. A lot of the readathons nowadays seem to be month-long ones, but I'm getting off track. We have one prompt per month in the year of 2021, and what I will be doing is picking one book per word, so one book a month that will fit this here, and then I'll be able to write it in. I picked for Dream, Where Dreams Descend. I have not read that yet, but I'm very excited to do that, and then once it is done, I will write it in there. And then I also have my personal challenge that I want to do. These are just things that I want to try to hit every month. It does not have to be individual books. I just want to try and check them off, and I will color in the boxes if I'm able to complete that every month. But I want to read from a Black author, another POC author, an LGBTQ author, or a book that has LGBTQ plus rep, a book from my TBR jar. I put TBR jar on here. I actually have a TBR bucket, but I want to at least do one TBR pick every single month, an ebook, a comic, graphic novel or manga, a middle grade, a YA, and an adult title. Then I had a blank page. I could have probably split these up, but I didn't think I would have enough room, especially with the chart, to do that, so I didn't. Instead, I have a title page, and I actually really like this one. It's one of my favorites because it's just so simple, but also in your face. But this is going into the books that I will have read in 2021. So these are going to be my bookshelves. Now, last year, I had 2 pages worth of bookshelves, and I ran out of space. I always have a goal of 100 books per year, and last year I think I made 150, 160, maybe 170 spaces. I don't fully remember. And I read 203 books, but I also had duplicates, so I actually read 212 books if I wanted to count the duplicates. I just 100% ran out of space. And not only that, but the book sizes that I did last year felt very cramped with my handwriting. So what I decided to do this year is make them a little bit bigger. And I do realize I forgot to put tops on these ones, so don't come for me. I will do that as soon as I'm done here. But I decided to make the books a little bit bigger. There's around 50, a little bit more than 50 books per page. And then I have 4 pages worth. So we should be close, if not over, 200 books. Again, my goal for this year is 100, but I wanted to give myself extra space to do it because I'm not going to be mad at myself if I don't fill all this out, but I will be mad at myself if I had only filled in 2 pages worth and then I needed extra and I didn't have space to put it in. Like, I would rather have extra than not have enough, if that makes sense. Moving on, we have my YouTube growth. This was something I started doing last year and I really enjoyed it. Last year, my goal was to hit 1,000 subscribers and I actually did get to 1,006. So thank you so much to anybody that watches these videos. If you have not seen my 2021 reading resolutions video yet, I will leave that link down below, but I do actually have a giveaway attached to that video for 1,000 subscribers. The giveaway actually ends on January 17th, which is my birthday, so definitely get into that if that is something that you want to do. But my goal for this year, I think, is going to be 2,000. I have never gotten 1,000 total subscribers in 1 year before, so this is a very, I feel like, a lofty goal for me, but I wanted something to strive for, so we will see. And again, on this side, I just have what I started with at the month, what I ended with on the month, and then what my growth is, and I will end up filling in the spots with the color that corresponds at that time. And now we're moving into January. So January is very cat-tastic and purple. So January is my birthday month. That is actually part of the reason that we're having the giveaway end on Sunday, January 17th. That is my birthday. All of these stickers that I'm using in this spread here are either the Neko digital pack from Stickii Club or stickers that I purchased from Artbox in my H Mart, which is a Korean grocery store that we have here, or I did buy some off of the Kawaii Pen store. I think that's what it's called. I'm blanking right now. I will leave all of that stuff linked down below as well. But so like these stickers here were from online. This one up here was from my Artbox. The ones in the middle are from the Stickii Club packs. This one's actually from the Stickii Advent Calendar. I do have a Capricorn girl over here. I have a Celestial pack from Stickii Club as well that I think I'm going to be using those every month. And since I'm a Capricorn on the 17th, that's the one I used for January. One thing that's a little bit different this year is I actually have anticipated new releases on this side. This used to be for notes, but I never really used it for notes. So I do have quite a few books that are coming out in January that I would like to read. Again, I'm not allowing myself to buy a whole bunch of new releases, which is a little bit sad, but like these are the ones that I am definitely interested in, and so I wanted to write those down. Then I have my read every day and page tracker spread. Last year, one of my goals was to try to read every day. That is definitely not a goal this year. I want to allow myself a little bit more freedom to read or video game or watch movies or TV when I'm relaxing. So instead of just focusing on reading solely, I want a little bit more leeway with that. But I do still want to track what days I did read and what pages I read on those days. I think I skipped the first 3 days of January just because I was so busy with stuff, so those will be blank, but I have read at least a little bit every day since then, and I'm very happy about that. Then we have my TBR. I stuck with the same boxes that I did earlier for my 21 and 2021, and I actually really enjoy these. I originally only picked like 4 books in my January TBR video. Again, I will leave it linked down below, but I also had arcs and stuff for February that I wanted to try and fit in. I need to get back on a good arc schedule. I got a little bit caught up with end of the year holiday stuff, and a couple of my arcs are a little bit late now, so I want to get caught back up on there. But this is going to be the same thing as the other one. We have little check boxes, so as soon as I finish reading it, I can check it off. And now we're getting into one of the readathons. So this is another sort of special readathon. This is going to have one piece of the readathon every single month. So we will actually have Read by Daylight readathon every single month. This is done by Brody from A2 Brody. They did an amazing job. We have 3 different prompts here, plus a survivor, which is like a special power you can use. They wrote out lore for this, I guess, month of the readathon. I think they're going to be doing this in every single month, but I'm just so excited. It's based on like almost like horror slasher monster stuff, but they created their own killers and monsters. Like this month is based on like a cult, basically. It's called the Tiller family. And so just for an example, because I haven't picked out books for these yet, I want to do this as much as possible, but we didn't actually get the prompts and everything for this until January 1st, and I had already picked my TBR, so I need to figure that out. But number 1 says, the Tiller family strips away the identities of young women and instead calls each of them sister. Read a book by an author using a pen name or pseudonym. Number 2, it is believed that many missing girls from several nearby something were taken into the cult throughout the 70 years it operated, potentially hundreds. Read a book written by more than one author. Number 3, mother and father, leaders of the cult, view everyone that joins as their children. Read a book with strong themes of family. And you can actually combine the prompts as much as you want. If you want to read one book that has all 3 of those in it, you can. If you want to read 3 separate books, you can. If you want to read 2, you can. I'm loving this so far. And then for this one, we do have a survivor. Mitchell Abernathy allows readers to use his special perk. They can call in reinforcements and skip 1 reading prompt and count it as fulfilled. So you do not have to use the survivor. If you want to keep this survivor, because there's going to be a survivor for every single month, if you want to keep him and use him in a later part of the readathon, you can. So I did leave a box for him as well in case I want to check it off once it's done. Again, it does not have to be used this month, but I'm just loving this so much. I would read the lore for you, but it's so long, we're not going to do that. But again, I will leave Read by Daylight and Brody linked down below. Then we have another readathon. This is the Pop Culture Readathon. I did the 90s version last year, absolutely loved it. And this year in January, we have totally 80s. Oh, I'm so excited. So actually both Read by Daylight and the Pop Culture Readathon, these are both month-long readathons, which I do miss weekly readathons, but I'm still super excited for this. So we have 4 bingo boards here. They are 3 by 3. You can double up your books any way that you want. What I decided to do is print out the big bingo boards that have like the pictures and everything here, and then they have smaller ones that are just the words. And I think these are what I'm going to use to check off what I've read. And then down below here I can put in any notes I have, and for this I can put them over here. Mostly I did this because I do think I'm going to be doing these boards first, or at least these are my priority. If I can get some of the prompts on here, great. I'm almost done with Slay this month by Brittany Morris, and I know there's a couple prompts on, I think, a couple of these boards here that I can check off, and I'm super excited for this. This one is created by Whitney from Life With Me on Twitter. Again, I will leave her and the readathon linked down below. Moving into this one, this is my favorite part right here. This is for my favorite quotes. I'm a crazy cat lady, in case you were not able to tell. I'm so excited. So yes, we have, you know, these are cats cut out from like cat postcards from the Kawaii Pen Shop. These were also post-its there. This one I got from Artbox. These are also from Artbox, but it's just like a notepad part. Stickii Club. Oh, I'm just so excited. And then this part over here is going to be for my book haul and for my favorite book. I don't know how I want to split that up yet, because of the fact that I don't know how many books I'm gonna have this month. I'm really hoping not to have that many, because again, I'm only supposed to be getting a few. My husband did buy me a couple books for my birthday, which do not count because I did not tell him to do that, but he kindly gifted me a couple books. So book haul and stuff will go over here. And then finally, we have my books read spread. So again, I only have 2 pages here so far. I can always add more afterwards if I need to. But as I did last year, what I really like to do is have title, author, date read, and thoughts, and then put a cover up here. One thing I also did last year, a little bit near the end of the year, and I think I'm going to be doing again, is writing above the book if it's a buddy read or if it's an arc and when it comes out. It wasn't something that I started doing earlier on in the year, but I started doing it like in November or something, and I do think that helps. The first book that I'm reading is not any of that, so I did put a little kitty sticker up here because, you know, I just thought that'd be cute. And then I always put my star ratings on the side, just near the book. And so yeah, we have, again, kitties up here. I have been saving these cat stickers for months, guys. Months. Because I knew I wanted to use cats as my theme for my birthday month. So that is definitely what I did. We have kitty paws everywhere. I mean, I own 5 cats myself. In case you weren't aware, I have a ton of cats. So that is it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the beginning of the year / January stuff. I will be doing my stats again at the end of the month, every month at the end of these months. So you guys will see those in my my wrap-ups, as well as like when I go through, like I'll go through January and February next month, so you can see like the changes to January and then the beginning of February. If you guys have any questions or comments or things that you would like to see, please let me know. Otherwise, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more videos. I do have videos up Mondays, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturdays, so I will see you then. Bye!